Life is not easy. It is a delicate balance between life and death and the survival of the fittest. Good choice of words, fittest. Living does seem to be a test to find out who or what can fit into the plan of life. History has shown that over the course of time, down through the ages, the attributes of cultures who have survived are those cultures whose life depended upon their ability to adapt quickly to the new and ever-changing situations. Act, react, adjust, adapt, review. There seems to be no exception to this rule. Thus it becomes imperative that we who struggle each day in, day out, adapt quickly to ever-changing circumstances. This has been the case in recent catastrophes of nature, where those who were able to adapt quickly to changing circumstances were those who survived. So what is the fittest? What makes something fit into the scheme of life? And in case of humans, who passes the fit test? In what way do they fit into the test of life? Are they the strongest? If so, in what way are they strong? Physically, emotionally, intelligently?
Psychologists and sociologists and politicians certainly say that in poorer countries of the world, art is a luxury. That's absolute bunkum. Art is always a necessity in every society. It cannot flourish, it cannot achieve any kind of a sustenance unless there is some kind of an artistic activity.
Thus is life in the existence of modern Pakistan. In the smoke-burning issues of extremism expressed in earth-shaking challenges of catastrophic proportions, such as terrorism, poverty, illiteracy, corruption, water shortages, waste management, tribalism and feudalism, honor killings and karakari, and nuclear threats. After so much maligned history, Pakistan is on the verge of evolution in an extraordinary way. It is progressively challenged to review, adjust, and adapt to changing situations. President Pervez Musharraf seems to be leading Pakistan over mountainous borders in a courageous attempt to cool the passions of extremism, encourage moderation, and re-establish a government based on the right to life, the right to liberty, and the right to pursue happiness. Within a government structure of law and order, economic opportunity, education, and health and welfare, four cornerstones of a modern society. Pakistan Gold was fortunate to be able to sit down and chat with President Musharraf and his family and talk about life and what makes life worth living.
4 generations that we are seeing now. Oh, 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Before we do, let's take a brief look at the road little Pervez Musharraf traveled before he became the President of Pakistan. Little Pervez was born during World War II in Delhi, India. After the war and the British deconstruction of India, the country was divided into two countries, India and Pakistan. India, predominantly populated by people of the Hindu religion, contained the largest portion of land with the largest population. Pakistan, which comprised of two parts, West Pakistan, now Pakistan, and East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, were separated by a strip of rich land in India. During the partition in 1947, those Hindus who wanted to live in India migrated to India, and those Muslims who wanted to live in Pakistan migrated to Pakistan. What began as a migration ended as an evacuation. Pervez Musharraf's mother and father evacuated their young family from India, traveling in an overcrowded train towards Pakistan and the uncertain potential of the newly formed country. Little Pervez still remembers his mother's face and the reflections of fires from the riots and chaos during their dangerous escape. And the experience exemplified the survival of the fit test. Her courage under fire impressed upon him the strength of a woman. She fit the test of time and instilled within him a desire and courage to improve the living conditions of his family as a father, of his men as an officer, of the state as the president, in order that under his watch, the country and its people should not live in fear of living. Mr. President, we thank you very much for inviting us here to your wonderful home.
You're most welcome.
And we appreciate that Begum Sahiba, I hope I'm not pronouncing that too bad, Begum Sahiba, we appreciate that she was able to be here too. And we'd like to ask you a few questions about music and your love for the arts.
I love music, all right. Well, I find it very relaxing. I love listening to it. In fact, somehow I've got the habit of, even while I'm working, I work better when there is a little bit of music going on.
Oh.
So I'm not into paintings that much, frankly, but I am into music, yes.
What brought this interest about? Was it, family?
Family, yes. My mother plays the harmonium very well, and she used to sing. And my father was into music also. He learned how to play the tabla. And when we were in Turkey, they made a very good couple. That was a music group of their own. She used to sing, and my father playing the tabla. They could.
How old were you?
Well, in Turkey, when we went there, I was just about 5 years old. 6 years old, and when we came back I was about 7 years.
So you heard music and all that from a very early age. Do you like classical? Do you like modern?
I like all of them. In fact, I divide music into classical and semi-classical. I like semi-classical more than classical. Then there is pop, which has come up now. But Pakistani pop, I would like to say that they have very nationally motivating songs for the youngsters. Therefore, I like those also. Then the third part is Qawwali. I like Qawwali a lot. So therefore, I am into all kinds of music and also instruments. So it's all inclusive. I thought music in all its facets, classical, semi-classical, Qawwali and pop. I like listening to all, especially semi-classical.
मुझे